All right, class. So today is Thursday, the 17th, and we're going to go over the warm up. After we do the warm up, I'm going to go over the project. Okay? All right, I'm going to pause for the calls. Now let's go over the warm up, show you what you should have. Not that one. I want to show you that one. It's kind of messy. All right, so remember, they told you in the problem, this is your zero number. Okay, so that means first number, second number, third number, fourth number. The explicit form for a linear equation is y equals mx plus b. How do you know it's linear? Because we're adding 5 every single time. Since you're adding 5 every single time, your slope is going to be 5, a positive 5. Your starting amount, because that's what she started donating, is 250. Your recursive starting at 250. Next equals now you're adding 5 to get the next number. Another way, another recursive formula is your zero number, a sub 0 is 250. And what are you going to do to the a sub 0? You're going to add, or really this is supposed to be a sub n, isn't it? Dag nabbit. This is a sub n because it's going to change every single time. We're not going to put n minus 1 because they gave you the zero number. So it's a sub n plus 5. Okay? It's not n minus 1 because they gave you the zero number. If they give you the first number, then you're going to put a sub n minus 1, and then you're going to add 5 every time. Any questions about this? All right, so now the second problem here, you're going to use the equation that you wrote, the explicit form. Since the total is 875, you're going to plug it in for y and solve for x. All right, let's go over the project. Please make sure you have your project out because as soon as I finish going over it, you're going to work with your partner to make sure everything is intact and ready to submit tomorrow. Please make sure that you physically bring your project so that you can also physically submit it. You do have to physically submit it because it's a project, it's a major project. So you are going to physically submit it as well as taking pictures. Yes. That's fine. That's okay. Any questions? All right. Okay, so this is what you're doing. Woo, sorry. All right. So you have the name of your animal. Most of us got this part right. You're describing the habitat. Please put more than 1 or 2 words, okay? It's a description. Please write several words. The lifespan, what they eat, okay? The population status, are they an endangered species? You know, is it increasing population? Is it growing? Whatever, blah, 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 blah. And the contributing factors. Maybe they're a hunted animal, maybe not. Maybe they are in a secluded area. I don't know. What contributes to the population increase or decrease? Okay. Interesting fact. This needs to be in a complete sentence. Please don't have to, because I really won't understand it unless it's in a complete sentence. I saw most people did this right. That you're just putting the classification of that animal for your animal. That's good. Remember this table right here, it doesn't have the 7 different dates from the past. Okay, from the past. It's not current, this is from the past. Your dates might not be 1990, maybe a different date. Okay, if it's 1990, then this is going to be your starting year. That's the lowest year. Whatever your lowest year is, that's going to be your starting year for this table, whatever the lowest year you went with. Then you're going to count how many years since then. Since then, this is 5 years since 1990, so this X is 5. This is 10 years since that, so this X is 10. This is 15 years, so on and so forth. How do you figure out yours? Maybe your starting year was 1992, okay? You started with that year. Then your 1992, that's the lowest year you went to, is the 0 year. And then maybe you chose another year, which was let's do 1993. That would be X is equal to what? 1. It's 1 year since 1992. What about your next year's 1995? What would X be then? 3. What about the year 2000? What would the X be now? It's 8 years since 1992, whatever your starting year is. Any questions about how to find out what your X value is for your own years? Please listen. Don't be working on something else, because you're going to, later on, you're going to be like, man, I should have probably paid attention to what she was doing, because now I don't know what I'm doing. So whatever it is you're doing, stop so that you can fully understand the last minute things that you might need to go back and correct. Okay? Or not. Maybe you did it all right, which would be great. So then you got your population. You have a different table from your partner because y'all probably didn't use the same years. Any questions? This is the one that you are graphing, yours and your partner's. Questions? This is the graph that you find the line of best fit for. Line of best fit. It's going to ask you to do that here. Look, this is where you find the line of best fit. You're finding the line of best fit for this graph right here. Not for this one. No. Line of best fit for this one. I told you that in the beginning, but I saw some people doing it backwards for some reason. So this is where you find a line of best fit for yours and your partners. Any questions? So look, this is how that works. Let's suppose you go to stat, go to edit, you type in the X values and the population. After you do that, you go to stat, calc, lean reg. And this gives you the line of best fit. Please make sure you round to the nearest whole number, because you can't have part of an animal. So this line of best fit would be y is equal to 50x plus 206. Any questions about that? Okay. So do that for yours and your partner. Your partner should already have theirs completed, right? All right. So now we've answered this question right here. We did the line of best fit. Okay. The shape of the graph, is it almost linear? Okay. Are the points all over the place? What's the correlation? The points are all over the place? No correlation. If the points are kind of going up, positive correlation. If the points are going down, negative correlation. How do I know? Because look, this is a positive 50. So for the most part, more points are going up than down. Look, I just explained right here. Explain the line of best fit. This is basically saying that my population is going up 50 animals every year, and that in my starting year, there were 106 animals. That's all you have to say. Questions? Okay? So I've done number 4, and I've answered number 7. Let's look at 5. Please listen. This is a scenario. Suppose the population of your animal that you're researching is expected to grow by 1%. That means this is exponential growth. So the formula you're going to use for number 5 is y is equal to c parentheses 1 plus r to the x power. All right. The last most current date that you could find is the date that you use. So yours might be 2019 and your animal was 200. I'm just making this up, okay? Or it might be 2022. I don't know. But whatever the latest is, that's the one you're going to use. So this person equation is going to look like this. 200 is their starting population. 1 plus the percent has to be changed to a decimal. How do you change this percent, 2.43% to a decimal? What do? 2 places to the left. So this is going to be 0.0243 to the x power. Any questions? This is the explicit equation. That's what this is asking for here, the explicit equation or formula. This is it. Recursive is going. You can use the a sub n one, whereas A sub 0 is equal to 200. That's your starting number. And you got A sub n is equal to whatever your A sub n is. And what are you doing? You're going to multiply by this common ratio, 1 point, blah, 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 1.0243. This could be recursive, or you can use next now, starting at, 200, next equals now times 1.0243. Questions? Okay. Now, this last part, substitution. Okay, so this is your 0 year, so you have to substitute 1 into this formula and get your answer here. Then substitute 2 into this formula right here for x and get your answer. Then substitute 3, then substitute 4, then substitute 5, then substitute 6 to get your populations. Any questions? You have to show that you know how to substitute the x value in to get a y value. Any questions about how to answer number 5? If you don't show the substitution here, then you're not going to get full credit for this problem. If you don't label explicit and recursive, you're not going to get 100% credit for this problem. Any questions about the math part? Down here at the science, you're answering these questions. You and your partner are answering these questions about your animal. Are there any questions about this? Copy, answer the question. Copy, answer the question. Copy, answer the question. Copy, answer the question. Any questions? All right, I want you to get with your partner. If you got a question, go ahead. Okay, thank you. Okay, do you have any questions about this? Two people already told me. Yes. Use the line of best fit to predict the population for the next. So your line of best fit that you did here, you're going to use it to predict 10, 20, and 30 years. So you're going to substitute 10 and see what the answer is. Substitute 20 to see what the answer is. Substitute 30 to see what the answer is. From your line of best fit that you did on this page. Do you understand? Anybody else? All right, we're going to pause for the calls. Let's line up to go to the restroom. We got to make this quick.